Only two nations, North Korea and Syria, have chosen to recognize referendums that Western nations have universally denounced as sham elections in seized portions of Ukraine. In Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia, Vladimir Putin conducted elections that were won by Russian-installed politicians. The lack of support for the results, according to the British Ministry of Defense, demonstrated that the world has chosen to stand with Ukraine. It occurs when Russian President Vladimir Putin commemorates the annexation's first anniversary. According to Jens Stoltenberg, Secretary General of NATO, Poland will find methods to resolve problems with Ukraine without having those recent divisions affect its military assistance. Since Poland, one of Ukraine's fiercest friends during the Russian invasion, opted to impose a restriction on Ukrainian grain imports, the two neighboring countries have experienced tension in their relations. The citizens of 4 Ukrainian districts that Moscow illegally invaded a year ago made their choice to be with their fatherland, according to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Mr. Putin reiterated that the annexation was carried out in full accordance with international norms in a speech that was made public in the early morning hours to celebrate the anniversary of the annexation. In addition, he asserted that during the municipal elections earlier this month, in which the ruling party was declared the victor, inhabitants of the regions of Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson once more reaffirmed their desire to be a part of Russia. The current elections and the referendum votes held last year have both been criticized by the West as being fraudulent. The elections took place while Russian authorities worked to exert more authority over areas that they had earlier acquired unlawfully and still do not entirely control. In order to enhance arms supplies for Kyiv's counteroffensive against Russia, President Volodymyr Zelensky declared on Saturday that he intends to transform Ukraine's defense sector into a large military hub by collaborating with Western arms producers. In order to explore how to jointly expand industrial capacity to construct and repair weapons in Ukraine despite ongoing Russian bombardment, he was speaking at a symposium his administration organized with international producers. Ukraine is in a stage of the defense marathon where moving forward, without receding, is very necessary, crucial. Zelensky told CEOs from more than 250 Western weapons manufacturers that results from the front line are needed every day. In order to give Ukraine the greatest results at the front today, he said, we are interested in localizing production of equipment needed for our defense and each of those advanced defense systems used by our soldiers. According to regional and military officials, Ukraine's Air Force downed 30 of 40 Russian-launched Shahed drones produced in Iran that were used in a nighttime attack on the central and southern areas. According to the South Military Command, 10 drones were shot down over the southern districts of Odessa and Mykolaiv, and 20 drones were shot down in the central Vinnytsia region. According to Natalia Humeniuk, a spokesperson for the Southern Command, Russia is still trying to strike vital infrastructure sites in other parts of Ukraine to impact the economy in addition to continuing to assault ports, especially those along the Danube River. Since Moscow left a UN-brokered agreement that permitted secure Ukrainian grain exports via the Black Sea in July, Russia has increased airstrikes on the infrastructure supporting those exports along the Danube River and in the port of Odessa. The region's infrastructure facility was attacked and a significant fire resulted, according to Serhiy Borisov, the regional governor of Vinnytsia. The injury was not further described by him. 3 persons were reportedly hurt in the southern Kherson region, which is close to the front lines and routinely shelled by artillery, according to regional authorities. NATO member Romania claims that Russian drone assaults on Ukrainian infrastructure throughout the night may have violated its airspace, according to Agence France-Presse. After pulling out of a contract allowing the secure transit of grain supplies over the Black Sea, the Kremlin has increased its attacks in recent days in the southern Ukrainian regions of Odessa and Mykolaiv, close to the border with Romania. Following the detection of groups of drones heading towards Ukrainian territory near the Romanian border, residents in the Tulcea and Galati municipalities were alerted, Romania's defense ministry said in a statement. The radar surveillance system indicated possible unauthorized entry into national airspace, with a signal detected on a route towards the municipality of Galati.